he won a silver in men's doubles in Paris.
And since then, Rajeev Ram's been on the road competing in Montreal and most recently Cincinnati.
And this week he's home in Indiana.
And we were there today as he checked a big to-do off his bucket list. That's Rajeev Ram. He's used to the world watching as he earns a place on the Olympic podium. But being in the audience when his hometown speedway's in the global spotlight on race day is something he has never been able to do.
That race is always during the French Open, so ever since I was basically a late teenager, I was always in Europe playing, and that's just never something I went to. I even went to the French Open as a junior, so just never had the opportunity, but what an amazing place to be, and an iconic venue in my home city. It's incredible.
So sometimes the curbs are slightly different.
So on this day, a first for this Hoosier of 28 years, Ram toured the track. His guide, up-and-coming INDY NXT driver Yuven Sundaramoorthy.
I'm the first ever Indian American to win a race in the IndyCar ladder, and also the only one really racing now, and trying to be the first one to ever race in the Indy 500 and in the IndyCar series.
And both of these athletes hope that many more will follow.
The Indian American community and the Indian community as a whole has a very strong stereotype that they stay in their kind of lanes of what they do, but it's important to show that you can be a Olympic medalist tennis player, you can be a race car driver, and anything in the middle of whatever you want to do, it's possible.
I would just say for me, being an Indian American athlete, there's not many of us. It's not the conventional route. So to see somebody, be successful or on his way to being incredibly successful in a sport that really has no sort of path for that before for people like us, I think it's so cool. He's going to be a trailblazer, and I'm honored to meet him. I'm honored to have him show me around this place. I hope I can do the same for him in a tennis tournament pretty soon.
This track visit, a quick pit stop. Ram leaves Friday for the U.S. Open in New York. We gotta kiss the bricks first. After the U.S. Open, Ram will head to China. That's where he'll be representing the U.S. in the Davis Cup. And when he's there, he will be reunited with his Paris Olympic doubles partner, Austin Krajicek.
How cool.
Yes, yes. I was just, really in disbelief that you've been here since you were 12 years old. But I think that also just goes to show how when you're so focused on something, when you're so successful, that you are an Olympic champion, that you do get a medal, that there are so many other things that fall by the wayside that we just take for granted.
They live a different kind of life.
Right,
Sure.
right.
Yeah.
So I'm glad he was able to go out there.
Yeah,
He
me
says
too.
when he retires, he's going to be there on race day.
We should let him wave the green flag at some point.
Yes,
you
I think that's probably something that's in his future. We'll give Doug Bowles a call.
Here you go.